Okay. All right. Now, I've got to speak slower. Australians speak very quickly. All right. The reason why we speak quickly is in Australia, there's lots of flies, and we have to speak really quick so the flies don't go in our mouth. I just joke. Okay. Moving on, going to go through a segment of developing gamemanship, game understanding. I just completed my master's in coach education, and we spent quite a bit of time on teaching games for understanding and the process of developing understanding. For me, there's many facets of coaching. Our sport, and I think it's the same here, our sport needs more creative teachers to teach gamemanship and understanding. Speaking to some coaches, I think Romania is similar to Australia, where a lot of our coaches teach structure, but they don't teach application and understanding. And I think, you know, to be creative, and I'm going to give you some favorite drills of mine that I put together that I think you'll enjoy. When you coach basketball, and a favorite saying of mine is coach behavior before basketball. You need to reinforce and reward the behavior that you want. All right, it's not about just putting them on the floor and then coaching, a structure. When you're trying to teach decision making, you're not just coaching a physical act, you're coaching a behavior, a mindset. So you've got to reward that behavior. When endeavour to become an excellent teacher of developing functional and practical skill, I think you need to work out and develop a strategy, how to evolve as a coach. If you're a young coach, and let me use skill as an example, ask yourself this question: what skill are you really good at teaching now? What is the best skill that you can teach, where you could stand up in front of people and teach the skill? All right, so whether it's shooting or dribbling. And then that's how I started developing. I became proficient at teaching one skill, and I built it. It's the same with gamemanship. How well do you teach spacing? How well do you teach cutting? How well do you teach screening? And, I think when you start coaching, if you fall into the trap of just teaching plays, you miss out on a lot. You need to become better at teaching skill and then teaching understanding. I broke the game into components when I was starting out as a coach. I found it very difficult, and I was intimidated it was so much. So I started breaking the game into parts. And it really helped me on two things. It helped me become more proficient as a teacher on that particular part, but it also helped show me what my strengths are and what my weaknesses are. All right, so that's important. The last 2 points is keeping it simple. I said before, the simpler it is, the less confusion, the less excuses. And it's important. Simplicity is not a weakness. I think simplicity is a strength. All right, and be creative. Be creative with it. Some points to you, some questions to ask yourself. Do you have a philosophy on footwork and pivoting? And I'll talk about it in the next few lectures. Do you have a philosophy on footwork or pivoting? Spoke about it earlier. How do you coach effort in your practice? Do you have an element, do you have a philosophy of coaching effort? You saw a little bit of what I do. Every time, every game that we play, whether it's 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, the rule for us is that the defense has to get a rebound and score. And offense has got to keep competing as well. That's for every game. And the last point I want to challenge you on is, where do you stand? I spoke about it briefly, but where do you stand during practice? Now, when you're coaching decision making, what tells you what a player's thinking is what they look at. So if I'm here, if I'm standing behind a player and a player's here, one player. If I'm asking this player to make a decision and I stand here, I cannot see what he's looking at. And I think you need to give thought where you stand. I want to stand where I'm not in the way, but I can see what they're looking at. And I had a player that was the starting point guard. Can we just turn that down a bit? The starting point guard for the national junior team last year. And his criticism, everybody was criticizing him on the fact he wouldn't pass the ball up the floor. So this player here, I went and watched him play. And he would get the ball, and where I stood was down here under the basket. And I would stand here and watch what he would look at. I spent a game watching him leaning, and he would dribble up the floor with his head down. That's all he'd do. All right, stop. Once I said to him, he must look up on the catch and at the halfway line. That's what I said to him. You must look up, and you must look at three things: corner, basket, corner. If you look at those three things, all right, you'll start seeing more. So what happened? He started throwing the ball up the floor. That's by just looking, watching what he watches. And when you're coaching decision making, you know, it's very important you're deliberate where you stand. Be deliberate where you stand. All right. Breaking the game into component will help develop self-awareness of your own strengths and weaknesses. And when I say own, I mean your team. The three phases are skill development. Phase one is learning the skill. Phase two is learning to apply the skill. Phase three is applying the skill. Now, when I start, like you saw this morning with the post players, for me, that would be phase one. All right, learning the skill, 1-on-0. Phase two, learning to apply the skill, would be what we're going to do now. Learning to put moves into action. So we go 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. And then applying the skill is 5-on-5. Is 5-on-5. The problem we forget, we'll do a lot of 1-on-0 and then play 5-on-5. And I think there's a bridging. When you're teaching, there's a bridging in between that. And putting in those elements of effort and decision making along with it, phase two gets neglected. Okay, especially in my country, and I'm sure it does here. All right, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to teach, I'm going to put these players through some drills and teaching some components. You know, for me, there's some components of offense, and I'll just quickly give you the philosophy as I see it, so you understand when we start breaking it down. Okay, can I have 5 players in position? So 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. What are you, a 4? Okay, good. Okay, I just want to talk to you quickly about my philosophy, and then it'll be easier for you to understand when we go into the small-sided games. Okay, I think, just go there. These players have gone and stood on the X. They want structure. I don't want that. Okay, your alignment, your starting alignment is a big decision. Can you just stand here, please? Okay. Can I put the 5-man on that X down there? You get on that X over there. 4-man here. 4-man here. Over there. That's my alignment, okay? And I think it's really important you have an alignment. Our 17 national coach alignment is this. You come up here. Come up. Come up. That's his alignment. I don't think it matters what it is, but I think you need to have an alignment. Just go back to there. That's my alignment. So every time we attack the basket, this is our spacing, and I'm not here to talk about the parts of it, but this is how we play. And the next thing you need to consider is how you enter the ball. So you might enter you've got to put thought into how you enter it. So pass, dribble, screen, whatever you want to do, how you enter the ball. All right, and the next part, and this is what we're going to talk about for the next 60, 70 minutes, your concepts to cover. So we will go starting alignment, entry, concepts to cover with the ball swing, and then we have a finish alignment. That's our organisation. Our concepts to cover are post play, spacing, penetration, cutting and screening. And this is why I think that's a lot to work on. Okay, it really is. And this is why I think we fall into the trap of just working on a structure or a set. But I think if you can get through this, I think it can really help you develop as a coach, and more importantly, it can help you develop young players. And you'll enjoy teaching the game more. All right, so what we're going to do now is go through, I call this tight corner passing. Can I have 3 offensive players? 3 players, 3 defenders. Okay, so let's get a player here, a player here, and a player here. Okay, you guys you're on offense. You're on offense here. Just stand there for now. You guys on the baseline. On the baseline. Ball here. All right. The mistake I used to make with this, I used to start 3-on-3. And then we get confusion. And I think it's important, even with the language, that I even slow down more. We start 3-on-0, okay? This is tight corner passing drill, all right? The boundary line is the sideline, this line here, and this line here. We got it? Every time you catch it, you've got 2 pivots to face the basket. All right, so there are no dribbles, 2 pivots to face the basket. So you're allowed to do anything, okay, in the beginning, but you must stay in that area. Okay, so let's put a post player in the beginning. Okay, and what I'm going to do to start a little higher, what we're doing now is teaching space. All right, when we add the defense, you'll see what's going to start happening, a lot of confusion. All right, so what I want the players to do here is make a pass. What can you do now? What can you do? Screen, back screen, show me quickly. Pass the ball and screen. Cut. No, you're on offense. Offense. Just set a pick. Quick, come on. Quick screen. Yep, quick back screen. Back screen. Boom. Okay, no shooting, no shooting. Let's do it a little bit quicker. Now, every time you catch, eyes to the basket, 2 pivots to face up. Remember, you must stand where you can evaluate this. So I want you being in a stance. Now, guys, I want you to keep moving. All right, start higher. Okay, so pass it, move, quick screen. Screen. Quick cut. All right, stop. Face up and look. All right, what do you got? Down screen, quickly. Quick. Screen, screen. Face up, good. Move, move. Face the basket, must face the basket. And once you're inside the key here, okay? So that's, in essence, the simplicity of the drill. Let's get 3 defenders, 3 defenders. Different color top. Let's go, good. All right, so you can play anywhere. Now face up, let's go. Quick move. Screen, face up, stop, stop, must face the basket. Every catch must face the basket. All right, so I'll talk about it tomorrow, but we want to get our players, on all catches, the ball should be on their shot line. We want the ball to get there on the face up. This is my shot line. So as soon as I catch the ball, I want to square up, get it on the shot line. If he takes it away, all right, but I get it back. Now this is where I want to start teaching pivoting. Okay, if you're more aggressive with me, I catch the pass, big pivot, little pivot, face up and look. All right, we got that? Thank you. Thank you, that makes it a lot easier. Okay, let's go. All right, let's put some pressure in. All right, so quick move, move. Face the basket. 1. Turnover, turnover, stop, turnover. Blue ball, didn't look at the basket. Okay, must look at the basket. Ball's here, quick, my ball. Now we have a scoring system. 1 for a pass. You can add scores if you want, but we play first to 20 passes. Okay, now there's no post, no post. All right, so orange ball, no post. Start out here. Now you've got this area, you've got this area, okay? Use the floor, all right? And what? You must stay below this, and you must move and cut. Every time you look at every catch, you must look at the basket, and you have 2 pivots to face up. We got it? You're going to score. You count for orange. Vlad, you count for blue, okay? All right, we ready? Let's go, quick. Good, quick, quick. Come on, defense. Turnover. Did you look at the basket? Yeah, it's important. Okay, let's go quickly. Start outside, quick. Now, in Australia, I'd be putting a lot more pressure on my defenders here to play harder. Okay, I'd want the players to be a lot more intense towards the defense. All right, let's go. Quickly, quickly, move. Turnover, let's go, quickly. Quick change, what's the score? How many, you get 1 point for a pass. Yep. 1 point for a pass. Let's go first to 10. Okay. All right, ready? Let's go. Quick move. Don't stand. 1,000. Too late. Turnover. Got to move the ball on. My ball. Quick change. Here we go. Here we go. It's on. Turnover. Didn't look at the basket. Must look at the basket. A simple thing, you know, teaching the players what to look at, it's difficult to coach, and it's a habit, and it's the behavior you want. Now, if they look at the basket, they keep the ball. Okay? Now, fellas, I want you to be more intense defensively. I want you to pressure. They're not allowed to dribble. So get up and pressure them. All right, ready? Move. Here we go. Turnover. Didn't look at the basket. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys, look at the basket. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. All right, let's go back to this. We must screen. Okay? Now, whether you want, I use screening straight away within this drill. And when you're teaching something, and I'll backpedal it, there's no switching now. No switching. Okay? So you're trying to teach, make it so the odds tip in the favor of what you're trying to emphasize. I'm trying to give the offense teaching about facing and seeing the basket, so I'm going to give them a little advantage. Defense is not allowed to switch. Okay? No switching on screens. The other thing, when you set your screens, set it hard, okay? Be physical and wait for the screen, all right? Now, ready? Let's go. Quick. All right, stop. Okay, good. The idea is good. Now, let's tighten this up. Communication on offense. Ball's there. You must tell him you're setting a screen. And you talk to him. Okay? All right. So you're setting a screen now. I'll keep it simple. When you set a screen, I want you back to the area of attack. So I want you to set it to where you want your teammate to go, where you think he's going to be open. We got that? I spoke about 2 steps of deception. Here comes the screen, 2 steps. Do you want him to cut there? Okay, got that. Okay, so let's slow it down a little bit. That was better defense. Let's go. All right, we're going to start again. We're going to go to 10. Okay, 1 point. 1 point for a pass. Okay, turnover means you lose the ball. You count orange. Vlad, you count blue. Okay, we're going to go first to 10 here. Come on, defense. Let's go. Quick, pressure the ball. He can't dribble it. He can't dribble it. Okay, he can't dribble it. Turnover. Blue ball. Blue ball. On-ball screen doesn't work if the guy can't dribble. All right, we ready? Come on, that's okay. Let's go. Go, quick, quick, move. Turnover. Didn't look at the basket. My ball, quick change. Quick, come on, come on. Quick, quick, quick. Quick change. Turnover. Basket. I'm asking for one thing. I haven't even coached the footwork yet. Fellas, look at the basket. Tell me when they get to 10, okay? You keep adding the score. Ready? Go, quickly. Turnover. Got to face the basket. Now, this is the thing with your feet. Teaching players to be organised with their feet is important. I asked you before at practice, do you have a philosophy of teaching players how to use their feet? Do you work on it in practice? And I recommend that you spend time doing it, because having good footwork solves problems for young players. And you saw the big fella there. He's tying himself up with knots, whereas he had that. Okay? He had that simple footwork, ripping it through, seeing the basket. Now, the other thing is your pass fake. All right? So when you're doing this, start adding in a pass fake. All right? Take the pass fake opposite the action. So if he's setting my teammate, blue, is setting a screen, I pass fake opposite the action. My pass fakes are short and sharp. Okay? Nothing more. And a little phrase for you. Fake with your eyes, fake with the feet, fake with the ball. Eyes, feet, and ball for deception. So I'm here, my eyes, all right, fake, and then I've got that. Okay? Let's start using pass fakes. What's our score? What's our score? Blue has 2. All right, 2-0. This game's going to be long. All right, ready? Let's go, quick. Good. Move. Better. Good. Turnover. Let's go. Now, I haven't said this. I wouldn't want them scoring in the beginning, but you can add that. You know, with my national program, we give 3 points for a score. But if they enter in the blue, they have to score. If they don't, they lose the ball. No shooting. You must stay this side of the blue line, must stay below this line. Okay? All right, ready? Let's go. Quick. Move, move, move. Move, do something for a teammate. Turnover, face the basket. Hey, face the basket. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Vlad, and come in for 2. Let's get you 2 in. Tell them the score. Come on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And you can see with the traveling and the playing quick, it's quite difficult. And just remember, I went through this same sort of learning when I first implemented this with my national players. This is normal what they're going through. It's not unusual. We had travels, we had turnovers, we had all kinds of mistakes. But it put them in a compressed space really helps. All right? Now, what can you do to give yourself more space? Give yourself maximum spacing. We only have a little bit, so use maximum spacing. You see how they naturally go down here? Why don't we change the alignment? Start here. And this is how you can start teaching the game. You can structure the start. Start on the block. And now that's exactly the same as how they set up. It's just a different alignment. You can start with the screen now, and we can play from there. You got it? All right, we ready? Go. Quick play, quick move, pop, screen and pop. Face the basket, Vlad, good. All right, let's go. Quick, my ball. Rotate. All right, let's go, quickly. Go, my ball. Let's go, come on, quick change. The big thing for me with the kids right now is I don't care about the mistakes. The behavior I want from them is to move on quicker, all right, with their speed. Fellas, you got to move on quicker. You know, we make a mistake. The drill's difficult, all right, but you can't let the ball drop 3 times. Get the ball back to me and we go quicker, all right? We get repetition, okay? Let's go, quick. Good. Face the basket. Good, good. Throw your passes hard. Okay, so the error that the kids are having is this. Their passing angles are poor. They throw the ball directly to their teammate. They should be throwing it away from the defense. All right? Throw it to where he's going to be. All right? So when you set that screen, all right, blues on O. All right, set a screen. Use a pass fake. You can't do on balls when there's no dribble. And you need to cut the space. Okay, so if we just cut to here, cut to the maximum spacing. I don't get it. What can I do now? Next job. Okay, I must keep moving. All right, let's go. Blue ball. Let's move quickly. Here we go. Face up. All right, good. Now, with the footwork, and I'll show you a drill tomorrow, with the footwork, big fella, you've got to open up. Because he's strong pivoting, which is natural for a right-hander, he wants to pivot on his left foot all the time. And for a post player, this is good for him. He's got to learn to pivot with both feet in both directions. Ball's here. Get low in a stance. Come on, get low in a stance, defense. All right, some action. Go, move, move, move. Face up. My ball, my ball, my ball. Hip. Quick, rotate. Quick, let's go. What's our score? Game? 8-7, it's a long game. We go to 20, okay? And just to paint a picture for you, I'll have a squad down there, and I'll have a group here, and we have winners and losers. We go for 10 minutes, and we play games to 20 or 3 minutes, and we just keep it competitive. All right, we want good ball pressure. We want you to talk. Let's come back to here. All right, and the biggest issue for these players right now is what they look at, okay? And then after that, it becomes the footwork becomes an issue. And then after that, you can start teaching proper decisions. All right, ready? Let's go. Good. Got to be strong with the ball, okay? Rotate. You guys come in for the big fellas, okay? Come in. Let's go. Here we go. That works. That's better. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pressure the ball. Quick, quick, quick. Good. Face the basket. Face the basket. Face the basket. All right. Now, how much of the action is dominated by the players moving to the ball? All right. It's a problem here. It's a problem in Australia. We want our players to move off the ball. Now, what I want you guys to do differently now is to do something for someone else. Don't keep running to the ball. All right, space it out and use the space. So screen with your back to the area of attack. Okay, cutting, cut the space. Ball carrier. Use pass fakes to give yourself time, okay? And time your pivot. I've got 2 pivots to face up. I might get a pass from Vlad. I'm getting pressured. One long pivot, short pivot, okay? Protect the ball. All right, here we go. Here we go. Face the basket. Face the basket. Good. Good. Quick, keep moving. Good. Much better. Good job. Okay, stop. Stop. So now they're a little bit better. Now what I want to add to it, it's blue ball. It's hard work, right? It's hard. Okay. What we want you to do now is get your 10 toes to the basket. You got 2 pivots. So look at the basket and 10 toes to the basket on your face up. We got that? 2 pivots to do it. All right, here we go. Yeah, so this is what I mean by 2 pivots. That's 1, that's 2. Okay? It might be 1, 2. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Go. Face the basket. Look at the bar. Good, Vlad. Good. Good movement. Good. All right, we're not scoring, but that's okay to give them 3 points. Rotate quickly. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah, blue ball. Let's go. Quick. Let's go. Move. Face the basket. Good. Face the basket. Good. Pressure the ball. Come on, defense. Turnover. Got to throw away from the defense. Let's go. Quick. Go. Orange ball. Here we go. Face up. Good. All right, so I would be a little bit more strict on the boundaries in the beginning, but I want you to show when we do this, it's a good conditioning drill. It really helps get players. You can see that they're puffing. So we'll play 10 minutes of this, and this is when I'm teaching my cutting and spacing day. So the next drill that we'll move on to, all right, let's move out to here. Okay, let's get 5 players in the same color. 5 blue. 5 blue. Get on an X. Blue, get on an X. On a cross. Get on a cross down there. Yeah. That's a cross. Stay there. That doesn't matter. Cross. Let's get cross in the corner. Orange. Orange. Get behind. Get behind. Quickly. Blue on the cross. Okay. It's a. So we go into a, and just think about it. We have tight corner. And then we go to big spacing. All right, we go 3-on-3 tight corner, and then we go big spacing. The drill is this: you pass it, you cut, just cut. All right, you fill. Okay, yeah. Orange, just step back 1 step. Orange, step back. Okay, so that's the basic of the drill. Now here's some teaching points. I said before, everything you do, you want to encourage deception. Our rule for the ball carrier is the same. You have 2 pivots, you must square up and you look at the target. When I coach this drill, I stand here. I stand and see the floor. I'm watching their feet and I watch their eyes. Every ball carrier. Okay? The thing I watch off the ball is what's happening here. You know, how quickly they get to this spot and how quickly they vacate this spot. All right, so that's what we're doing with the ball carrier. We want you to sprint. All right, sprint. Our cuts start under the basket. I tell my players they must cut and it starts under the basket. It doesn't start back there. We want the habit of getting to here as quick as possible. Okay? All right, Vlad, you'll fill. All right, well, we got that. And we're going to talk about timing in a moment. And then your cut finishes outside. And get there as quick as you can. Come back, come back. Is that as quick as you can? As quick as you can. I want you to show me as quick as you can. Go. That's good. And then we will teach foot awareness and getting at the basket. So you guys got an idea of the drill. Now, once again, when I first taught this, I'd start 5-on-5. And the mistake in the teaching was I used to wrestle with the understanding. And I think teaching kids the why and the how is really important. And even though it's a little slower in the beginning, the benefits long term are so much better for you. All right, so this is what I'm not going to talk about anything at the beginning now. All I want you to do is sprint and sprint your finish. That's the only 2 things. Okay, all right, ready? Your ball's there, stance. Okay, go, make a pass. Come back, no, come back. Go as hard as you can. Sprint, sprint. All right, fill. Pass it. Sprint. All right, stop. Where's the space? Back here. All right, move it on. Sprint. Whoa. Get back there, quick, just stay there. Fill the space, nearest to the ball. Sprint. Move it on. Sprint. Fill the space. Fill the space. Sprint. Good. Sprint. Fill the space. Sprint. Stop. You got to fill the space. Okay, you got to pass and cut. Ball's here with Vlad. Big fella. Sprint. 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 Fill. Okay. All right, stop. Good. Now, with sprinting, I talked about what do they look at. It's pretty important that you look at the ball. All right, so when we go back here, all right, let's get orange in. Orange, come in. Okay. No, you're on offense. Orange on offense. No defense. Okay? Now what I want you to do is sprint, look, and show your hand. Okay? All right? All right, so stance, get low, pass it, sprint, come back, look, and show your hand. Okay, ready? Let's go. Quick. Show your hand. Come back. Just sprint. Show your hand. Look, show your hand. Go. Move it on. Cut. Show your hand. Space. Quick sprint. Fill the spot away. Yeah, that's good. Sprint. Don't worry. Fill. Good. Sprint. Okay. All right, so we're getting some timing issues. And what we want to do now, just relax. The ball's there. You have a look at their lead hand. Some of them are cutting like this. We want the direction of where we go. We want the lead hand here, and this is what we want. And your basket cuts, we want you to go as a straight line. Now remember, in the earlier session, I talked about ball with me. 2 steps of deception. So I'm throwing that pass there, and I want to throw it to the outside. Okay? 2 steps of deception. All right, 1, 2. Just stand in front of me, please. Stand in front of me. Pretend you're guarding me. If he steps to the ball, I cut behind. If he steps to the basket, which happens, I want to cut in front. That's the teaching. Okay? And the least amount of friction. I want to get to that X as quick as possible. So we saw earlier, if I start doing this, it starts slowing down. All right? So if he goes on the ball line, hard cut. If he steps on the basket line, try and get in front of him and maybe post up. The next thing is 2 steps of deception. So he's going on the ball line, I step to this way, there's that elbow flick, and show my hands. All right? Look at the eyes, show my hands. Okay? If he steps back on the basket line, I step and cut over the top. And I want no friction. Friction slows you down. We got that? And I want to get here as quick as possible and run as straight a line as I can when I do this. So we've got that. Come here, quick. Make the pass.
We change the guard right or left, or on circle.
I don't know what you mean with the circle. Yeah, fill away. And we're going to get to that in a moment. Okay, let me get to it. Okay, come back. You fill the spot that's empty. All right. Once again, I just got a question, and you're not wrong. It's a good question. Players want structure. He wanted the answer. I want to go from step A to step B to step C. Okay? All I said, and it's a good question, all I said was fill the empty spot. And when you're trying to coach players to make decisions, this is what you've got to live with. Like, you just go to an empty spot. But what I want you to worry about now is being good at cutting. Okay? So at the moment, we're just working on 2 steps of deception and cutting hard. Okay? And showing your lead hand when you make that cut. Okay, I've lost my way. All right, let's go. So make that cut. Okay. So all basket cuts as straight as possible. Stop. Any filling cuts, all right, we don't want a straight line. It's a straight line, it's easy to guard. So what I mean by that is come back up the top. Ball's there, in a stance. All right, I'm guarding. What's your name? Your name? Katarine. How was that? I butchered it, didn't I? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, the ball goes there. All right, come back, 2 steps of deception. 2 little steps, 2 little steps, and sprint, sprint. Okay, now, we never want a straight line cut on the perimeter. It's easy to guard. If he cuts that way, I just go with him. Okay, come back, come back. 2 steps of deception. Okay, if he's on the basket line, step to him. All right, put a forearm into his chest, and we call this breaking the line. If he's got 2 lines, that's my line. All right, that's your line. You got to break my line. So what I want, foot between feet. Okay, foot. You guard me. You guard me. You defend me. Okay, I go foot between feet, and then I'm watching his eyes. He's looking at the basket. As soon as he looks at me, I lead. Okay? All right, and we're playing on that. Yep, fill away. Now go back, no straight line cuts on the perimeter. That's it. But you can do your setup. All right, ball's back here. Just step out, just step out. I've caught it. Wait. All right, wait. Wait till I look at you. Okay, but you can set up 2 steps and hold. All right, now I've got that, and then I got that, and you lead. Okay, so let's try and get the detail of it. All right, as we do this. Okay, let's go. Ball's at the top. Let's go. Quick. Go back. 2 steps of deception. Keep playing. Keep playing. Let's go. Set up. Good. Hard cut. Harder. Too early. Be there late. Get there late. Throw it. Hard cut. No straight line. Stop. We don't want straight line. 2 steps. If I'm on the basket line. If I'm on the basket line, step. If I'm on the ball line, okay, step behind, move me, and we've got that. Let's go, keep going. Let's go, start again. Face the basket, look at the target. Look at the target. All right, our timing's out. Okay. Face up, move it. Good, move it, get out, set up, hard cuts, quickly, good, hard cut, quick, get out, fill, cut. All right, blue, okay, blue on defense, blue on defense. So right now, the fight for me with these players right now, before I would jump into this, is 2 things. Is looking at the target, being in a stance, and I would spend more time on the timing of the leads and the technique of the leads. But we don't have weeks or sessions to go through, so I'm going to jump into the next phase. And I think when you're teaching something new, you might do a bit of structure with the 5-on-0, all right? But please, at the end of it, even though you know it's not going to be successful, go 5-on-5. And before you leave this drill, the players know what you're trying to do. So when it returns, the next day when you revisit this, all right, there'll be a level of understanding that's better. Okay, any questions to this point? All right, let's keep going. Okay, all right. All right, ready? Just move that away, that piece of paper. Okay. All right, here we go. Ball's there. Cut behind him. All right, stop. Yeah, you get to here quick. Go back to the top. You get to here. Stay there. You're here. All right, you look, okay, you're up the top. Where's the easy spot to fill? Sprint. Okay, you've passed it, sprint. Now when you catch it, you're looking at the target, but who else do you look at? When you catch it, you look at the target, but who else do you look at? The cutter. The cutter, okay? So I've got a pass, and we're looking at that. All right? Makes a big difference. All right, so we've got it. All right, ready? Scorers. You're counting orange. You're counting blue. Okay? 1 point for a pass, 5 points for a layup. And we go to 50 when we do this. Okay? This is an excellent conditioning drill. It's very, very hard work. You go tight corner passing to this. Okay? Let's go. 5 points. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. 5 points for a layup. You notice that players are the same everywhere. They want to know the score. They want to have the rules of scoring, and this is good. It's a good question, and this is why I think when you do your drills, you should have the clock going, and you should have an element of competition, because they like it. He wants to score now, I can tell, okay? He gets 5 points. They get 1 point for a pass. All right, we're ready? Let's go. Right, rotate. My ball. Quick setup. Quickly, quickly. Blue ball. All right, get on your X. Ball's there. Go. Start. Turnover. Quick, let's go. Turnover. Let's go. No dribble. No dribble. Let's go. My ball. Come on. No dribble. Let's go. Turnover. Concentration. Now see that line I've put at the top above the 3-point line? All right, above the X. The line, this line here. Not allowed to catch it above that. It must be this side of it. Okay? All right, ball starts in the corner. Let's go. Quick, quick. Back cut. High cut. He's open. All right, stop, guys. Look here, look at the cutter. Use your voice if you get open. All right, let's go a few things now. So that we're whipping through this. Now we're talking about basket cuts, okay? So before, just stand off. We talked about sprinting. Show me that. Go sprint. All right, come back. Now you can't do that because there's a defender there, right? Okay, defender here. So now, but you can still cut that hard. You can still cut that hard, and I want you, if you think you're open, I want you to show, I'm open right now. So what you're looking for is the hand, but if you see the head, the pass is on. Okay, so look for the hand, but if you see the head, throw it to where he's going to be. All right, so our cues are look for the hand, see the head, throw the ball. All right, so we've got this. Just watch this. Ready? 2 steps. Go. Not on. Quick, keep playing. Cut behind. All right, stop. All right, quick rotation. Get another ball. Let's go quickly. Flip it over. Whose ball? A yellow ball it is. All right, let's go. One thing I know, it's the same in Australia, there's a lot of bad reffing when we have these games. We have 5 referees for yellow and 5 referees for blue. Yellow ball. Yellow ball. All right, just going through, so you guys have got an understanding of the drill. Well, okay, what we're getting into trouble now, ball starts at the top, blue ball. Okay, come on, someone on defense. Blue ball. Now, you've thrown a pass, you've made a back cut. Guys, cut behind. Now listen, I think cutting behind is better nearly 9 times out of 10. All right? It's quicker and it's more efficient. All right? Cut behind 9 times out of 10. We've got this. All right? We're filling this spot. Now, if this gets denied, the back cut, and this is the next part of this, if he denies it strongly, all right, we want to take him above the 3-point line. All right, now, once you see that he's got a foot above the 3-point line, and our cue, we just show a fist. Make a fist. All right, you've got a sprint now and space. Good. Okay, you step to his feet. All right, high foot between feet, and then there's that elbow, and swing through and go. Okay, and we've got this. So you must take his foot above the line. And remember what I said at the start. All cuts start here. All cuts finish. Okay, cuts don't start here. The mentality that you're trying to change in your young players is that this is what happens. If they take 2 steps and they think, just let me get open, they think they're open, what they do is stop. All right? It's even more important that they continue harder to create space. So you've got to sprint your cut. The phrase that I use, we call it a give yourself up cut. All right? You give yourself up for the team. So when you make that cut, if you can't get it, it's even more important that you cut harder. Okay? All right. Let's just rehearse that. Let's just make it, and so we can show the coaches. So I want you to deny it strongly and just let him get the back cut. Ball's here. You're going to make the pass and sprint. Remember what I said, and I should have emphasized this earlier. 9 times out of 10, go behind, all right? And it's harder for the defender to turn, okay? It's easier for the defender to get in front and slow me up. All right, pressure the ball. Let the ball go. Yep, boom. Hard cut, deny, go. There it is. All right, and then we have to, that's not a decision. And this is when you interpret mistakes. All right, there's 3 parts. There's knucklehead mistakes. Knucklehead mistakes are the ones that you don't concentrate, okay? And then there's understanding mistakes, and I thought the understanding was good. And then there's skill. So when you assess an error, and you're asking a player to do something, if they can't make do they understand? Do they have the required skill? And for me, that was a skill mistake. All right, he saw the right thing. And it's really important. You just don't yell at the players. So you got to get lower. And what would have been better maybe is a pass fake to give yourself some space. A pass fake and then maybe a bit more space to throw that pass. Got it? Okay, let's just do that one more time, that situation. Back cut. Hard cut, quick, there he's on. Deny, get out, get out. He's on. Let's go, keep playing. Face the basket. Back cut, good. Back cut. All right, rotate. Okay. All right, the next cue for a back cut. That's if the cut is denied. All right, big fella, you got to make a back cut. Flat, it's okay. All right. The next thing for me, I don't do this, is add a pass fake. So you're denying him. You guard me. You got the ball. You pass fake at him. Pass fake. You see a pass fake, back cut. Got it? All right. So if I think ball's here. If I think I'm open, I show a fist. fist with my outside hand. And if he's arm barring me, I'm looking to swing that through as I go, okay? If I think he should back cut, I'm the ball carrier, that's in my mind there, okay? All right, let's throw a good pass, okay? So, ball's here. What's in the mind? So what we want now is some basic understandings. So what's in the mind of this guy, the passer, must be in the mind of the receiver. And it takes a lot of work, and these kids are getting better at it as we go along. Okay, all right, let's get through this. Let's go, quick. Back cut early. Behind's easier. Hard. Good job. Let's go, blue ball. No, stop. Yours is pass fake, yours is fist. Okay, ball's back here. Let's go. Behind, quick. Get out. Good cut, you're open. Okay, now notice that the last thing on the basket cutting, and you can see as proficiency increases, I just keep adding more. I wouldn't do it like if this was we would have been just 5-on-0 if I had this team for myself day one. But ball's back here. What's your name? Alin. Alan. What is that right, Alan? Alin. What Alin does really well is he cuts hard. All right, we did some work over there on it, and he's brought it in. Okay, so ball's back. He's doing a better job of cutting behind. Okay, now when he gets to here, teach breaking the line. This is the defender's line. This is Alan's line here. Once he gets in here, all right, he breaks the line. And remember earlier, if this was a post player, we talked to him about posting the deep catch zone in this drill. So if you get him, stop. You stop your cut, come in behind, hold him, and then release. And it might be a lob, it might be a bounce pass. All right, ready? Let's go. At the top. Now, Vlad, I want you being a little bit wider. If you get pushed up the top, I want you to back cut. All right? I don't want you to keep moving up. Okay, ball's with you, Alan. Let's go quickly. Quick. Good cut. Get it, fill away. There it is. Okay, so skill error. Vlad's open, but we're not squaring up and seeing the floor. That's a skill error. You must square up and look. All right, flip it over. So we'll one more. Quick, space it out. Vlad in the corner. Let's go. Cut hard. Stop. If you run into him, he's going to slow you down. All right, don't let him touch you. Go back to here, quickly. Ball's here. Remember, the ball goes to Vlad. You're right. You get 9 times out of 10, that's an easier cut. Okay, you see? So he stepped back, step to him, and then behind him hard. Don't let him touch you. And show your hands, because you're open. Okay, there's no point you cutting if you don't show your hands. Phil, no, not in a straight line. Yes, good. Break his line. Okay, let's go. Let's move. Continue. In a stance, Vlad. Rotate. Quick, one more. Come on. What's our score? Stop. What's our score? 5. How many? 25. All right, we've got a winner. Okay, and this is, it's important that you have score because it's accountability, because there was a lot of turnovers then. All right, so we go 3-on-3 here. Then we go to 5-on-5. And then I would move back to 3-on-3 on this side. So that's 30 minutes, all right, of compressed space, of big space, back to compressed space. It is very physically demanding, and it's very, very good. It's basketball and it's conditioning, and you can layer into it whatever you want from it. You know, for me, I emphasize the pivoting, passing, and the catching. And then on this part of it, we go more about the cutting and teaching players to cut better. I just want to briefly show you this. You can do something here. So let's get you two. All right, so you two, Vlad. Okay. All right, you go orange. You come in and go orange. Switch over. You guard Vlad. You guard Vlad. All right, grab a seat. Quick, you stay here. No, you're here. All right, you two are here. Grab a seat. You come here. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. Go grab a seat. Grab a seat. All right, this is just food for thought. We do this, we don't do this as much, but I do like this element. A third, 5-on-5, now we play inside, okay? And it's the same rule. Now this is wonderful for post players. You know, this morning I'm talking about posting wide, the footwork stuff that I went through. This is really good if you've got 6 big guys to work on. All right, so now everything's about screening. You must keep 1 foot on the catch. It must be inside the key. Got it? 2 pivots to face the basket. All right, you keep score for blue. You keep score for yellow. 1 point for a pass. 3 points. 3 points for a basket. Okay. 5 points for an offensive rebound. Now we do this a lot. I always give more points for offensive rebounding because I want my players to block out. Okay, and you can change the scores however you want, but for me, the scoring part's a little importance. All right, the rebounding part is a much larger importance. All right, so ball goes in, same rules as here. Okay, lots of screening. All right, let's go. Turnover. Alan, you must look at the target. All right, quick. Wait for the screen. Wait for the screen. Stop, stop, stop. Wait for the screen. Be late on your cut. So when he comes and sets the pick, now you're setting back to the area of attack. And remember, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an easier cut to hit. Underneath, behind the defense. Okay? Yeah, back to the area of attack. All right? So where you think he's going to be open, that might be there. Okay? It might be here. Okay? But you've got to get you back to the area of attack of this. You're being slow. You wait till he puts a hip on it. All right? And after the screen, you must show your hands and chest to the ball. Okay, so there's the teaching points with the screening. Once again, simplicity. Don't teach. I just want him to make a read of where he thinks he's going to be open. All right, and I want the screener to present as quick as possible. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Pass fakes, turnover, blue ball, my ball, quick. Here we go. Stop, stop. Get inside the key. Go, go. Quick, my ball, quick, go ball. Different alignment now. All right, now this is where you can start teaching action. Okay, I want you to set an up screen. Okay, all right, and then we're going from there. No switching for now. Ready, go. Wait. All right, come on, D, you got to help there. All right, quickly, foul, go ball. Got to help on D. No switching. Good. Here we go. turnover. Skill. I don't think it's because, all right, skill. Now, the illusion, and you watch them when they're playing, when I take space away, is that they think they have to rush, okay? And it's really, I think the biggest thing that these boys need is to get in a stance and slow down a little bit and be stronger with the ball, all right? At the moment, you're playing a bit quick, okay? There's no rush. I haven't put a time limit on how long you can hold the ball. So slow down a little bit when you're doing this. All right, let's do this. You start at the top, Vlad. Okay. All right, and now, all right, you're going to set, Alan, you're going to set a cross screen. Okay. All right, ready? Go. Hold it. There's always one player that intercepts the coach's pass all over the world, all right? Let's start again. All right, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Go. High cut. Come on, be in a stance. Quick, my ball. Ready, set, go. Here we go. We're playing. Good, got to get a rebound. 5 points. 5 points. Let's go. Quick, come on. My ball, let's go. That's 5 points for an offensive rebound. And what will happen, I don't know what you do with it in Romania, but we will play a small game to 3. And that's the other point. When you play your games, you know, if it's normal scores, it might be 3-minute game to 3. Or you're playing to 20 passes, 5 points for an offensive rebound. It's a short game. And the reason for short games, all right, it's going to keep the intensity. Okay, if you play long games, all right, what will happen is you'll lose that intensity. Okay, so recap, we're going to move into something different, and this has been our spacing and cutting and screening. We start small, we go to big space. I'll go to the opposite side, and then depending on my group, if I want to teach screening, we'll go in here. Okay, they're highly competitive, every pass is important, and if I came back tomorrow and did the same thing with these kids, they would be much better now that they have understanding. Okay, short break. Grab a seat. Got some water? Do you want to ask them if they've got any questions?
Dacă aveți vreo întrebare, asta m-a rugat să...
Alan, you, okay? No. No, yeah. Let's go. Get on I've marked, forget about the X's, okay? Now this is dribble penetration with this. And I think I only need 4 players. Okay, I call this quadrant, and this is a game for understanding when we're teaching spacing and dribble penetration. I'm not going to go through the skill set of what we do with the dribble penetration, but once again, we break the court into quadrants, so into quarters. All right, so that's your quarter. Stand there. Forget about the X's. This is your quarter there. That's your quarter down there. Okay, so stand outside the 3-point line. All right, and that's your quarter. All right. You know, when we started putting this in, we've all heard of the dribble drive offense. When I was coaching in Melbourne, I had an old assistant coach. And he had a medical procedure, and he had to sit. He had his legs in a cast, and he'd watch a lot of basketball, and it was very good for me. I learnt, having an older assistant, and we'd go around, and this is before the dribble drive became important and became, you know, a North American feature of play. And Graham, the coach, he talked about spacing, and we developed, or Graham more so than me, developed this way of teaching players how to space, and it feathers in with the dribble penetration. So just step out, okay, right there. All right, so we got the court's broken into 4 parts. This is called a top quadrant. These are called corner quadrants, okay? Your footwork, and you can see the common theme with me with teaching. I talk about feet first, and you need to have a policy on what you teach your players in the corner. Like if you use the corner, I use the corner because that's my alignment. So what's your policy for feet in the corner? Now it's relevant to the age and the level that you're coaching, but we want our feet to be stable, okay, in the corner. We want you to be able to catch a pass without that, with your feet set, and be able to shoot it, okay? If I throw it to you, the thing I teach is catching it in the air. Yeah, and if the pass is a little wayward, get low, just move with it laterally. All right, and that's the base stance, okay? If you're on a top quadrant, you can step back. We want you to step back so you can run into the pass. All right, so corner quadrant, your feet are stable. Top quadrants, space behind so you can run into it. Got it? So if I throw it to Alan, he runs into it. All right, and he can catch it and penetrate. All right, ball's here. What's your name? Alan. This is good for me. The more Allens, the easier it will be. All right, start here. Okay, the basic premise of it, on the catch, you stretch your quadrant. You stretch your quadrant. See the line? All right, it won't be that literal. In the reality, we want you to drift. On the dribble, Alan, just take 2 dribbles to the middle. We wrap. Okay, once he goes past. And when we wrap, and once again I go back to the corner, what do you do here? Do you teach your players to crab? Sorry. Do you teach your players to crab out? Or do you teach your players to run to? I ask that question to my players, and I hold them accountable. I have players with the senior team that like to open up, and then I have players that like to sprint to and then catch it on their inside foot. Whatever it is, you have to hold them accountable. Okay, so now you kick it. Common sense. All right, the last drill, we want you to start your cut here. Okay, all right, and fill away. Good. Now you're only going to fill to your quadrant. Okay, stretching your space. Okay, so we've got that. Do that again, Alan. Start again. So the ball's here in a stance. Okay. All right, stretch your quadrants. 2 dry. Now remember, on dribble, we want to wrap. On his catch now, you may have to stretch back a little bit. And we're talking about movement of 2 to 3 meters. So on Alan's drive, go back to there. You might drift up. Now if I'm guarding you, you have to provide an open passing lane to him. Now there's 2 things that have to see you, okay? One is his eyes. Ball, give the ball to Alan. The 2 is the phrase we use, if the ball had eyes, would the ball be able to see you? All right, if the ball had eyes, and if the clearer the ball has to you, the easier the pass is going to be. Okay, makes sense? So if you drift up, okay, and you stand here, the ball can't see you. One more step, And now the ball can see you. And this is where the teaching is teaching players to make adjustments, you know, by that much to that much consistently. Now the ball went back to Alan. You sprint, you cut. Now on the catch, you stretch. Okay, space it out, Alan. What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian. Now, what to teach? I think the hardest thing in basketball is a ball swing to guard. I don't think it matters what offense you run. I think the hardest thing to guard is a ball swing, in the half-court sense. All right, pushing the ball up the floor, getting a ball swing. Your first look is the obvious thing. And I don't know what you teach your players, but we want him to be a threat. But I urge you to ask these two questions to your players. First question, what are you good at? The second question is, what do you need to work on? Now, do this. Most players, I did this with my national team that I'm starting with now. And I went up to the player and I said, what are you good at? He didn't know how to answer it. He didn't want to. I said, well, what do you need to work on? He gave me a list as long as his arm, you know, and the problem being when he plays, that's how he thinks. You need to teach your players to play to their strengths, okay? So when you're going through it, what are you good at? What are you good at? 3-point shot. Okay, so Alan, 3-point shot. The other thing he's good at, he's quick. Okay, I can tell that. So I'm saying to Alan, look to use your strengths on the catch. The first look is the obvious thing, to your strengths. And a big phrase that I use in my coaching is back yourself. All right, players must back themselves to play to their strengths. Okay, so now what we've got, Alan's going to catch. He's told me that he's good at shooting. So that's his first look. All right, I've told him he's good at speed. That's the obvious thing. The second thing we want the players to think about on the catch is keeping the momentum of the swing. Okay, so let's go back here. And this is why. Let's go, give me 3 defenders in a gold shirt. Just 3 guys, quick. In a yellow, that's fine. White's good. Yellow. Okay, quick. You guard him. You guard him. Ball's here. We want to try and create 2-on-1, and this is what we're doing. You're going to work hard to create a 2-on-1 over there. Okay, and I'm going to come back, I'm going to revisit the dribble penetration in a moment. Just drive it, let him get in. All right, stop. All right, if you can get in, we want you to buckle. So we want him to drop his hip to the ball. Okay, if he stays out, you have to be committed to the basket. But say he drops, you wrap, ball's there, obvious thing, shot. Now it's speed. And very good, Adrian. Space away. Now you've got a gap. Okay? All right? And this is why we want to keep the integrity of a ball swing. Come back here. If you start to do this, you will encounter this problem. Ball's back here. All right? Drive it. Catch it. Drive it back there. Drive it back there. Okay, into the defense. All right, quickly, come back, stay there. We want to try and can keep the integrity of a ball swing. Come back here, quick. So now you're trying to get in between those 2 hips. So you drive it and kick it. Good. All right, let's fill it. Yep, good. Okay, stretch your quadrant. All right, so it's important. Now come back. Sometimes in the game, so that's phase 2. Keep the integrity of the ball swing. Phase 3, if you want to go against the grain of the swing, all right, I want the players to use an up fake or a pass fake. Or a jab step. Okay, and the reason being, is we want to give timing for the players to get back to the space. If they just rush, and this is why the up fake, the jab step, all right, whatever it is, will really help by giving time to get back and keep our integrity of the spacing. Because what will happen, what screws this up, is if players get compacted in. So first phase, the obvious thing to the player's strength. Second phase, okay, keeping the integrity of the swing. The third phase of the catch, if you're going against the grain, is to use an up fake of some sort. All right, let's get defense off. All right, let's go. Let's practice this. Ball starts with Alan. Okay, now get behind. Make sure you can run into this. Okay, go. Sprint. Got to sprint. All right, no, you don't have to cut. There's no cuts now. All right, you passed it, and you've thrown it. Stretch it. Just stretch it gently, not quickly. Just go gentle. All right, you're looking to keep the swing. Now you got to use the dribble now. Okay, you must use a dribble. Ball's back here. Get low. Drive it. All right, your rule's the same. On penetration, you wrap to space. Kick it. Okay, and you're going deep. All right, now what do you got? Drive it. Drive it. All right. Okay, and then stay out. You can't go run into it. Okay, so step back, quick. All right, ready? Go, drive, quick, let's go. Hard cut, drive it. Drive it into the key. Throw it, cut through, space, space. All right, every time you cut, every time you drive it, I want you to drive it to this spot here. We got it? All right, so let's get back here. Step back. All right, I want you to drive it to here. Let's get some defense on the floor. Let's go, 4 gold. 4 gold on D. Quick. All right, it's going to be easier for them to visualize the defense. All right, so we're stretching it. Now what I want you to try and do with the dribble is to get inside the 2 hips. All right, his hip here and his hip. And if you drive it, you got to look to score. Got it? Must look to score. Okay, here we go. In stance, go. Kick. Stop. Back there, quick. Stretch it, Adrian. Out there, quick. Remember to stretch. All right, so I would be a little bit more deliberate in how I'm teaching the understanding. So I'm going to take this a step back with these kids. And what I'm going to say to you, once again, first thing, I'm standing here, guys, and I watch your eyes. You never look here. Okay, I want you to look through the game. All right, see the game. At the moment, they play in isolation of one another. All right, because they look down, and then they look at the next part. We want them to see through the game. So I'm looking here. That's the first thing. The second thing, you've got to drive it in the gaps. Now I'm going to say this. Stop. Go back. On the catch. All right, you look. When I say go, you dribble it. I don't like doing this a lot. It's very controlling. But to teach understanding, sometimes you've got to pull it back. So does that understand? I say go, you must dribble it. And you must dribble it twice. And you must try and score a layup. Get by your player. Okay? We got that? Alan, try and score a layup. All right, we ready? Go. All right, make the layup. You shoot layups with your eyes. He didn't look at the target once until he went to shoot it. Alan, it's a good move, but you shoot layups with your eyes first. All right, we ready? Remember, on the drive, Adrian, you're going to wrap. Okay? You're going to wrap. Ready? Go back a little bit. Now your toes should be pointing to the basket, mate. Okay? All right, ready, go. Wrap. Good. Out here, Alan. Wait. Stance. That's going to be your quadrant there. Stretch it. Okay. Space it. Go. Quick, flip it over, quickly, flip it over. Come on, stay with it. Let's stance. All right, get behind, stretch it. All right, where's your gap? All right, ready? Go. Now, nice shot. I want you to try and get a layup. Let's go again. You've got a layup. Okay? He's got to help. All right, ready? Go. Ready? Whoa. Stay there. Keep it simple. Where could you have gone? Just stretch your quadrant. Stretch it. Stretch it. Stretch. All right, ready? Go. All right, quickly. Blue ball at the top. Quick, rotate. Now our spacing's better because they're starting to drive it in a straight line. All right, so get in the stance. Go. Wrap. Spacing, ready, stance. Stretch your quadrant. Okay, you can stretch it. Give him a space. All right, so you drag it. Even if you went a little bit further, and there's reality, where do you do your toes point? In the corner. Point them at the basket. Now you're giving Adrian even more space. All right, the ball seems to be a magnet for young players. It keeps drawing them in. See how much more spacing he's got? When you run like this, you put help defense right there. Okay, stretch it. Stretch it. All right, which way are you going to go now? All right, ready? Try and get a layup. Go. Good. Quick, flip it over. Shoot layups with your eyes. Practice your layups in your practice sessions. All right, get a quadrant each. Adrian, start in the middle of your quadrant. So this is not an offense. We don't ever say we're running quadrants. This is an overlay. So I'll sit there and go find a quadrant. So when we have breakdowns within a possession, my players understand, they just go straight. I say quadrant, they space out. Our action's finished, and then we go straight into the spacing there. All right, so let's go now. You must dribble it. You must have 2 dribbles. All right, 5 points for a basket, 1 point for a pass. All right, on all catches, 10 toes to the rim, eyes on the rim. Okay? What? No, we're going to play. All right? Drive to score on every catch. Ready? Go. Good, foul. Okay, let's go quick. Let's go quick, rotate. Stretch your quadrant. Stretch your quadrant. Go. Wrap it. Good. Get out now. Where's the best way to space away? What would you do if you cut on cutting? You'd start your cut here. Okay? Get here, make a decision, and then make a read. All right? He might fill that quadrant. You're going there. Okay? All right? If he's... But I'll give you a tipper. Come back here, quick. Come back. Once you get here, if he drives it, the best thing, if he catches it and backs himself, go opposite him. So if he drives it hard to his left, okay, the defense might go and help, and you've got that. Got it? It's better for you to go opposite the ball. All right, let's go back here. Back here. Start again. Middle quadrant, Alan. Go. He made a layup because he looked. He's the first player that's looked. Good job. Come on, defense. Let's go. Stay in front. Get down low. Go. Wrap it. Come on, defense. Good job, Alan. Way to make shots. Give him more of a space. Get low. Get off him a bit. Get off him a bit. Get off him a bit. Go. Drive it. Wrap it. Good. Go opposite him. Go. Drive it. What do you got? Okay, quickly, let's go. And you can just see, you know, like I'm not coaching the defense. I'm not coaching the defense. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. Thank you. I'm not coaching the defense like that. And I would have him jump into the ball and be, I'd have it a bit differently. But you can see those 3 drills that we do, the tight corner passing, all right, the five out pass and cut drill, the quadrant drill, we're working on, and then we've got, all right, the middle corridor passing drill that I showed briefly. You're working on cutting, you're working on spacing, you're working on screening, okay, and then the last one, the dribble penetration. And instead of it being structured, it's more about, you know, giving players to make the decision. And I go back to my other point, when you assess skill or mistakes, are they skill or are they decision? And I've watched junior coaches in Australia, they sit there and there is an error of some sort, and then the coach goes insane at the player, but doesn't teach the player. Now, if there's a skill error, you might have to step it back. If it's an understanding error, well, you may have to teach it better. And I really, to help Romanian basketball, the more decision-making process you can teach, it will really help evolve your game. If you can stay away from structured sets at an early age and teach the game in concepts, it's going to make better senior players. Any questions? Any questions?
Întrebări? Can I put a question?
Does anybody want me to tell you what we do with the post player in the last drill? The 5th player? Okay, thanks for asking. Okay, I always hope someone asks me. Okay, let's get 5 players, the same 4. Not finished. 5 players. Okay, Vlad, get in the post. Everyone else get a quadrant. So once again, this is concepts, okay? It becomes a little bit more structured. Let's get a quadrant over here, Adrian. Over here, please. Ball's here with Alan. Alan, what's your name? Vlad. Oh, 2 Vlads, a couple of Alans. Very good. Okay, we want him going opposite the ball. All right, so if he's posting up, and this is where the footwork, say Alan can drive it down the seam here, stop. Once he sees that, okay, and this is where I'm particular about pivoting. I'm going to go through pivoting in detail tomorrow. He's going to pivot with his baseline foot, keep that foot in the ground, pivot and run right to here, right to here. Okay, all right, so just do that, just demonstrate that. Go back to the block. All right, remember, I don't use this as an offense. This is an overlay. This is, if our structure breaks down, we go into this. So just drive it, and go to there. All right, he's either expecting a bounce pass or a lob. All right, go take the ball back there. If the ball's here with Alan, no, I forgot, huh? Your ball. Alan back there. Vlad, you're here. Get on the wing. Get on the wing. Adrian. Now you drive it. Drive it baseline. Drive it baseline. We teach him to go here. Behind. Okay. and we're filling that diagonal. Right now, get outside the 3. Outside the 3. Where everybody has it different, you're going behind. You find space. You come to here and you go to space. You're driving the score. Your first thing is to get away. The second thing is maybe a pass. The last thing is definitely a rebound. You must go after the board. All right, so we've got that. Ball's back there. All right, ball's here. If Alan drives it and we've got our post player here, drive it hard. You got to wrap on penetration. Okay, you got 2 things. You can step. You can stay in the corner. You see what your man does, but you step high. Okay. First thing's to get away. Second thing is maybe a pass. Third thing is definitely a rebound, chasing the rebound. All right, so that's what we do with the post players on this. Go back here. Wrap your stretch your quadrant, stretch it. If he drives it hard down the middle, no. All right, same deal. Circle out there. Okay, you wrap to space, and that's how we play with when we put the post player in. Okay, thanks for asking. Okay, any more questions? All right, first thing, let's show our appreciation for these guys. It's very, very difficult to have a strange English-speaking person to come in. They've never seen any of those drills before. I think they did a really good job. Thanks, fellas. Thank you. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. Grab a seat, Alan. That's day 1. You need to... Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.